We're calling today's episode Hanging Out with the Family, and it will concentrate on the Pierrepoint family in England, three of whom served as state executioners to the crown during the first half of the 20th century, basically. All told, this multi-generational trio dispatched more than 1,000 of the condemned during their careers in both peacetime and wartime. The primary character is Albert Pierrepoint, but we'll also cover his father Henry and his uncle Thomas. Henry Pierrepoint. He assumed the role for the first time in 1901. He also performed another double hanging of the Stratton brothers, who were convicted murderers, possibly the first capital crime adjudicated via forensic evidence, namely fingerprints. He reportedly showed up drunk in 1910, and the latter is dismissed. Thomas Pierrepoint, 1870 to 1954. He would go on to serve in this capacity for a much longer stint, lasting for roughly 40 years. During his long career, Uncle Tom carried out almost 300 executions, most of them for capital offenses in England. Frederick Henry Seddon was convicted of poisoning his, quote, lodger, a woman named Eliza Barrow. So it was off with Mr. Seddon to his date with Mr. Pierrepoint. He also took the lead role in the hanging of Ethel Major, another poisoner, and this occurred in December of 1934. Apparently, she had spiked her husband Arthur's corned beef sandwiches with strychnine. She was the only woman to be hanged at Hull Prison. Thomas Pierrepoint died in Bradford in 1954 at the age of 83. Albert Pierrepoint, our star actor. He was born in the environs of Yorkshire and Bradford in 1905, and he died in 1992 in Merseyside. Let's begin with a serial killer known as the, quote, blackout killer, and that would be none other than Gordon Cummins. And he was hanged by Pierrepoint at Wandsworth Prison in June of 1942. Of the several hundred hanged by Pierrepoint during his long career, more than 200 or so took place between 1945 and 1949. During these trips, he executed over 200 war criminals. Albert carried on for many years, and he died in 1992.
This concludes the latest episode of Well Hung History. Make sure to subscribe and leave us a killer review. New episodes drop regularly.